We want to welcome you guys to another episode of Straight from the Hip. I'm your coach, your host, Coach Gerald Boo Mitchell, coming to you live from GATA, G-A-T-A. Here today we're doing, like I said, a series of athletes from the inside out. I want to get to know some of today's hottest, brightest, strongest, fastest, most talked about athletes in the nation, really. So today we have with us Mr. Marcus McFarlane. He is a junior running back at North Gwinnett High School, class of 2022.
Yes, sir.
Class of 2022. So Marcus, talk to everybody a little bit and just kind of give us a little bit of your background, where you're from, and how long you've been playing this game.
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, and originally my parents is from Cleveland, Ohio, but I started playing football in second grade, which was when I was 7 years old, and I developed a passion for the game when I was in daycare and I saw like these football toys, and that's when I started to like football. Then when I first played it, I just fell in love with it, and I started off in defense, but my coach wanted me to play on offense, and that's how I became a running back. Okay.
Marcus, you said Cleveland, Ohio. You're not a Cleveland Brown fan. Are you a Cleveland Brown fan?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Now see, Mark, that thing was cool until you told me you were a Cleveland Brown fan. Me and you get along pretty well. How in the world are you a Cleveland Brown fan?
Because my family's from Cleveland.
See, that's how Cleveland Brown fans are born, and that's how they stay in existence. That's the only reason, is because of that. Now, Marcus, your journey has been a little bit different from a lot of people because you're a junior, but this is your third high school, because I know you went to Alpharetta, then you were at Denmark, and now you're at North Gwinnett. Talk a little bit about the difference you see at North Gwinnett versus being at other schools.
The difference between the other schools and North Gwinnett is that when I first came there, I knew it was an elite school, so I knew I had to step up my game, so I started training harder and working harder so I can be a better player. And I also noticed that as soon as I got there, they welcomed me with open arms, and it's like a family.
Absolutely, and you have been a welcome addition to that family. I know that you talked a little bit a few minutes ago about starting on playing defense. What position did you play on defense?
I played middle linebacker and free safety.
Okay. And talk a little bit, because I also heard you talk about stepping up your game with the training. What aspects of your game have you been working on?
My footwork and just aggressiveness while running, and also just working out to get bigger so I can have size.
Okay. A lot of people who see you marvel at your size. Because you are, and we'll, go out here and get some work in a few minutes and look at that. But where does that come from? Because that's got to be genetic somewhere.
Yeah, it's genetics. My dad is from Jamaica, and he was a bodybuilder as well.
So you've been familiar with weightlifting, weight training for a while?
I didn't start lifting until middle school.
Okay.
So I used to be skinny, then I just bulked up.
Okay. Well, like I said, those are those genes kind of coming out in you.
Yes,
Mark,
sir.
like I said, you're a junior. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing in regards to recruiting.
In regards to recruiting, I'm making sure I put my film out there on Twitter and keeping in contact with coaches that contact me.
Gotcha. And I know that it's a long way away, but do you have any preference? Do you have any favorite colleges or anything like that? How do you feel about that?
Probably Ohio State.
Ohio State, imagine that. Being from Cleveland, Ohio State. Okay. So what about any other schools in the Big Ten? Are you a big Michigan hater?
Yeah.
So Michigan off, you couldn't go to Michigan. You'd have to be kicked out of the family. Michigan. Talk to us a little bit about what you want to do with your life after football. Like, what do you want to major in college? Have you already thought about that? Have you thought about what profession you would pursue after football ends?
I would pursue in graphic design or fashion design.
Wow, okay. Graphic design or fashion design, that's a new one now. I mean, that's very specific. A lot of times, people say, well, yeah, I'm going to be a lawyer or a doctor or whatever. You didn't say I want to be a designer. You said I want to be graphic designer. So you already got to figure out what brought you to want to do something like that?
I wanted to do something like that because sometimes on my free time I would make clothes like hoodies and sweatshirts.
Okay.
So.
Wow.
So
hey, listen. I don't know anybody who even has the talent or ability to do anything like that. So that's fascinating to me. And that's why I'm glad we have these segments like this so that people can learn these kind of things.
Okay.
So that's very good to know. Well, Marcus, I know that I have appreciated this few minutes that we spent together, and I hope the people who will watch this will appreciate it as well. Folks, this is Marcus McFarlane, North Gwinnett High School class of 2022 running back. You will definitely be hearing about him in the future, straight from the hip.
So many said that he could be, at his sport, a new prodigy, if only he were bigger, stronger, faster. And now he's grinding every day, in hopes that he can be that way, and one day he perhaps will be the master.